Zamora 4646 just followed.
Thank you for the follow. It is appreciated. Yeah. And it's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know why all the op shops are so hell-bent on used clothing. I sometimes actually look at the used clothing, because occasionally you get good deals, but it's very occasionally. Yeah, the op shop clothing, sometimes you find situations where it's like the teenager of the family's been into video games and bought a few special edition pre-order type things, and they've come with free clothes, and then the teenagers moved out of home, left all their shit behind, and the parents buddy chuck all their clothes out at op shop or whatever. So I actually scored like the Age of Empires 3 box t-shirt for $1. So gave it a wash and gave it to Leon, because he's the personal go-to Age of Empires guy, at least until I started doing this and found you people were all into it too. That's true. Just don't buy underpants off dead people. By whose computers? Oh, dead fucks. I mean, that's what my current work computer is. It's my late friend Kurt's computer. He died, his wife wanted to reuse the computer, knew nothing about the computer, had absolutely no need of a computer, and so I took it home, cleaned it all up. She never came to pick it up, so I kept it. So it's going to be the permanent member of my menagerie that stays on Windows 10 for the rest of time, basically. The only change I've made to it since I received it is I've had to replace the SSD. And it wasn't because the SSD was broken, it was because the SSD is... the SSD was only like a 180 gig because he was a cheapskate. And the old terabyte spinner in it died, so that's unplugged. I haven't removed it, it's still in there, but it's unplugged. I do need to do some recovery work to see if I can get it back to life, because it did have some of his photos and game. You know, it was a snapshot of him, so I would like to make that run again. We didn't manage to save a lot of snapshots of him. Oh, little dirty. We'll have a share when we get home. I managed to save his computer, and Mackie ended up buying his car. But the rest of his stuff, his wife binned most of it. He had all sorts of, like, he had the full run of Grendel comics, nah, bin. His Spawn collection, bin. His Mega Drive, bin. Yeah, on and on it goes. You get the drift. OG Xboxes, bin. We didn't know it was going in the bin or we would have saved it. She lost the plot after he passed. You know, some people just have a bit of a breakdown, or she had a monster breakdown. It was pretty bad, really. It is, but she wasn't the tech savvy one in that relationship, and her husband just died. She was in a pretty bad place. Realistically, all it would have taken was a quick phone call to say, hey, we've got all this stuff. I don't know what any of it is. What do we do? And we could have rescued lots of it. But she made a lot of people mad in that period of time because she didn't tell anyone any of this was happening. Heck, for the longest time, he was in a box in the cupboard because he got cremated. He was in a box in the cupboard. The family ended up bloody cracking the shits and had to acquire him. So now he's interred in a permanent location where people can go and visit him. So that's better. But you can't hold it against her. I can't even begin to imagine what was going on in her mind. He was only about bloody 4 or 5 years older than me. Like, I'm still processing it. She watched him die in front of her. Like, that was as bad as it can be. Go back, get the coolant. But yes, so after all of that, the long story short is that I managed to rescue the one possession that he and I had worked together on for a very, very long time, which was his beloved gaming PC that he didn't use as much as he wanted to. He primarily gamed on the Xbox, but you know, that was his LAN weapon. It only really got wheeled out for LAN parties because his internet was too shit at home, and when it did, he was very protective of it. So it's in my possession. It's going to stay as it is and be cleaned up and kept as a memento of a life loved. And more to the point, it's a static point in time for, you know, I love having hardware that's all of era. So it's a 7th Gen i5 with a 1060 in it. It's about as period. That's what people were doing at that point in time. Perfect. If you bought it 6 months later and had an 8th gen, it wouldn't have actually been getting retired at all. I'd still be using it at work. It's fine. lovely. There you go. Oh, yeah, I haven't put the motor in yet. Good. Coolant for when we do. Lovely jubbly. Ah, where did my sausages just go? Fuck's ringing me. Oh, fucking Timo. Ring me and tell me my order has arrived right as I've bloody... I'll see all that. Turns it into multiple sausages. Don't know why it's not doing it on the stovetop now. Broken game mechanics. Uncle's sitting there drinking beers yet? Think so. Hard to see through trees. They make you have to get all the way over there to see if he's actually there. No, he's not there yet. Okay. Nearly. Nearly. We'll have a cup of coffee. That'll light us over. Lovely job. There's no point zigging over to see Flatari because he's going to be bloody about to close up shop for the afternoon. don't need to put Christmas lights on it yet. It's not Christmas yet. Guns on. What can we do to burn some time? Put some wiring in it, I suppose. Ben's still not back. No. Start the wiring. Wire the engine side till we've got everything else in. We can wire up the rest. The spawn was a plug you're supposed to attach to the fuel tank. Because there is. Ha ha ha. Just from the bottom, not the top. Lovely. Oh. Yes, it did. Can't wire the inside of the car from in the pit. No. No, you cannot. Where did the wiring just go? Blew out of my hand. Good question. Very good, mate. Okay, I have no idea where that wire went. Door swung open and it went. Aha, behind the barbecue. I think that's everything we can connect until we put battery in it. Which we can do, but we haven't got an engine to hook to. There's no point putting the engine in until we get the parts we need to put on the engine. Six PM. You are not Antero, so fuck you. Alright, mate.
Saatana. Vittu. Saatana. Vittujen kevätana. Vittu. Saatana. Vittu. No voi helvetti.
Oh, Uncle's there now. Yeah, good. Sweet.
Tämmönen tässä oli toi ratsia. Se oli ratsia oli tuolla noin tiellä. Oli aika saatana raskas kaasu mun sillä hetkellä jossain niin. Kyllä. Se olisi kortti lähti. Mä olisin kyllä voinut niin vedota siihen, mutta siis mä tarvitsin kortin töihin. Mut en mä...
I love it. Heavy animations of him hacking his lungs out.
Vittujen vittu!
Niin. Paljonkohan? No niinku en yhtään. Pimeästi. Niin mä ajattelin, että ottaisitko sen tuossa paskauton, niin hoitaako se siitä nyt toi säppäis sit tienaamaan vähän lantteja tonne taskuun.
Government and mandated unemployment.
Edes semmonen työ,
Yeah,
miten
do that.
pidemmäksi aikaa. Tarvitse mennä näinkään ollenkaan.
He's still roaring away there. Cool. Okay, so now we have now we get to own the van, and we have access to the truck. Because now the phone's going to go crazy with people saying they need their shit sucked.
Saatana! Perkele!
Enough of you. You're going to pull the pin on that. Turn that light on and go the fuck to sleep.
Ai.
Apparently, I was not tired enough. While that does that, I might go wang the kettle on.